15 iconic hero-player combinations in the professional Dota 2 scene. With the current season of the Dota 2 professional circuit already in full swing, having just concluded its first major in ESL 1 Hamburg, and the latest patch 7.07 bringing in a slew of changes and 2 new heroes. Let's look at the commonly seen Dota 2 player-hero combinations, the ones so iconic that when you hear a player's name, you'll instantly think of a particular hero. Number 15. Joachim, Ake, Achterhall, and Chen. Despite the hero's extremely low pick rate in pubs, Chen has been a mainstay of the Dota 2 professional scene since the first international. Seen most often in the hands of Alliance support player and the International 3 winner Ake. It's actually the second most prolific player-hero combo in professional Dota, with 216 games total. Perhaps those newer to the pro scene have only heard of Alliance's unstoppable run at the tournaments leading up to and for a while after the International 3. But the 2013 Alliance roster arguably had one of the most dominant runs in pro Dota history, remembered for their intense rivalry against Na'Vi and of course the nail-biting 5-game grand final at TI3. A cornerstone of that success has been Ake's performance on Chen, here boasting a 72% win rate.
Down the tower here. There's a buyback on the puck. He doesn't want to use it yet, but the racks are in jeopardy. They'll stop burning. He just walks into it, and then he gets chained so they can't quite bring him down. Then the creep back. Oh, they sent it back to the enemy. Balin Burnings is in the enemy. Well, he's going to go down. Ake, what a player!
Number 14. Abed, Usopp, and Meepo. Perhaps the newest name on this list, Abed is one of the rising stars from the Sea region. Most recently played for Digital Chaos. He created a reputation for impeccable macro play on Meepo at the International 6, when he put on a clinic against North American Team Complexity in the wildcards. With an impressive 73.91% win rate on the hero across 23 professional games, the highest XPM average on the hero by far compared to his usual opponents. It's no wonder Meepo is always banned against whichever team he's on.
There will be a Dream Coil coming back out. They want to get Swindles locked down. Looks like they might be able to do so here. He's getting a really nice Burrow Strike. He's still up, he's still fighting, but not going to live for long. And that's going to be Abed going in some serious damage. His limb shows off that BKB. Can he actually get down the Meepos? Abed still fighting, throwing out nets every which way. And now Z-Freak, he's still up. He wants to get something done. The battery assault not going to be enough. The Ravage comes back in RR. The hero his team needs. Z-Freak, the lone survivor, but not for long. Oh, Meepo! It's going to be an 0 for 5. Triple kill for the puck.
Number 13. Ivan, Artstyle, Antonov, and Enchantress. You're gonna do a bit of digging into the archives for this one, as Artstyle's Enchantress has been a signature pick for the TI1 winner, now Virtus Pro coach, since the olden days of Dota 1, way back when China was the uncontested kings of Dota, when the legendary eHome of 2010 seemed undefeatable, and the meta was all about farming your way into the late game. It was then when the CIS team of DTS, which included Artstyle, Light of Heaven, and Dendi, all three of which would eventually join Natos Vincere and win the first international, went to WDC 2010 and accomplished the nigh impossible, using an unconventionally early game aggression-centric strat revolving around Artstyle's Enchantress using neutral creeps to quickly push down towers. DTS was able to defeat eHome, knocking them out of WDC and showing the world what Western Dota could stand against China. They ended up placing third at WDC overall. DTS 2010's hyper-aggressive early game would go on to influence the CIS region's playstyle as a whole, and Artstyle would go on to play Enchantress until his latest stint as a player in last year's Na'Vi.
Defending this Rax is still going to be difficult, but the blink forward, they've got the duel of the generals, there's going to be no chrono, the blink, where's the raw, Misery target up, Ninja Raw, they've got the Lycan, the Deafening Blast, they've got two, the Deafening Blast with the Meteor, they've killed off EE and Misery, Puppy stuck in the ice wall for a little while, but forced back away in the buyback with the Lycan, bringing it to the fight again, he's got no buyback, he has to try and buy for the chrono, General, he's got the win range up, and Eternal Envy, look at his HP, he has to shut it down to try and run himself away, but an ultra kill for Artstyle. Highlight Eye tries his best, but a rampage for Artstyle.
Number 12. Chen Hao, Zihao, and Spectre. The International 4 winner, Hao, is another old name in the annals of Dota. and was one of China's most aggressive carry players. His prowess on Spectre, in particular, has been infamous since 2010, where he is rumored to say, "Pick Spectre for me, I will cut off my head if we're not the winner," which earned him a nickname which roughly translates to "How the Hand Cutter." With 62 total games, he has the most number of professional games on Spectre and has maintained an impressive 67.72% win rate. His most recent highlight reel on the hero was a double rampage on OG in Epicenter 2016.
Make sure you win it. Yeah. Okay, here's the jump. Back up. No tell. BKB up. Move looking for the last two. The Lotus over stairs. They're both going to chain themselves together. It's a miracle. He finds the backline on the Kaka as well as on KP. But where's this damage? You've already lost no tell once. The kick comes forward. It catches down two, allowing the attack to come in. Newbie, they're going to go on a rampage here even more. Al looking to do more and more damage. He's still got Aegis the Immortal, however. So even if they kill him, he goes through fly. Al's going to triple kill. Al will have an ultra kill. He'll go up the tree lines. The Sprout is there. They know he's going to spawn up. Miracle's only stolen 7 S this entire fight. And now Hal wants to go for more. They're actually having a hard time finding the Sigil as well with the flame break. They got a little bit more space here. Miracle tries to run the move. Keeps the Bishop with him. And now the Raz combo. It's here. Move is low. Miracle can't reach him. It's a double rampage. Here's for Hal.
Number 11. Jerry EGM Lundqvist and Rubik. The Grand Magus, Rubik, is the most picked hero in all of professional Dota. Rubik is a versatile hero who on some occasions has been played in the mid lane, but has most often played as a support. EGM, a Swedish support player, is most notably known for his time in Alliance as part of the International 3 winning roster. He has 159 professional games on Rubik and a wealth of highlight reel-worthy performances on the hero, boasting a respectable 65% win rate.
Туда уйти, да, атаку входит. Альянсы. Прыгнул. Паник. Спанул бульдога. Тут же поднимает ЕГЭФ. Какая же реакция. Минус паник. Моментально Лода забежал.
Да, тут же хвост. Пока вышечкой вроде нормально нарезает. Еще птичку бульдог пояснет. Бульдог уходит. Хвоста стирает порошок.
Как они живы. Вау.
Number 10. Sumail Hassan, and Storm Spirit. Coming into the International 5 as his first showing at TI, Sumail seemed prodigious with his skills in the mid lane. His flashy plays and superb mechanical skills certainly helped propel Evil Geniuses to their TI championship. Sumail is known for playing a myriad of different heroes, but his Storm Spirit is by far what he is most known for. One of his most memorable plays on the hero was at MDL 2015 versus MVP, pulling off an impressive ultra kill across the map. He is currently at 51 games on the hero with a stable 72.55% win rate.
Owie, okay, disruption, catcher, fear, gonna go with the Lucent Beam, and then with the slave, Bristleback slow, and in comes Sumail, ball lightning down, he'll take out the Bristleback, need to jump again, March, there's no fissure of Albi, already thrown down, Femi, comes the entire Eclipse, Sumail will go into March, it's a double kill for Sumail, Nuts on the retreat back behind the tower, the Soul Ring pops again, so Nuts in front of him, Soul bounding around, and now he's gonna go down, he just ran it perfectly, as you said, Regeneration Rune was fueling the fire of the Soul Spirit.
And I mean, what do you have to say about that fight so far? And he's actually going bottom for this QO Ember Spirit, and he's actually going to get sipped in from the top.
Oh! We're playing Lawnmower Story.
Number 9. Clement Puppy Ivanov and Chen. One of Dota 2's most successful captains, Puppy is currently heading Team Secret, but perhaps is most well known for his time in the heyday of the Natus Vincere era. And of course, for his masterful play on one of the game's most micro-intensive heroes, Chen. At the hands of Puppy, he has a total of 161 games, and of course, is most notably present in the International 3 upper bracket game of Na'Vi vs Tongfu, affectionately called the Fountain Hook game, which exploits how Pudge's hook used to work at the time in combination with Chen's teleport ability, allowing Na'Vi to come back into the game after a huge deficit. The move was so hotly contested that the great Ice Frog himself had to change how Pudge Hook work. And now, in patch 7.07, even the other half of the combo is gone, with Chen's Test of Fate teleport effect also being patched out of the game.
The fight very similar to what Mu can do for Tongfu, so if he had been a little bit farther up, he would have been able to throw the hook, but I think there was a range creep in the way. And there it is, yep.
Banana going for a ride on the Dindy Express.
Number 8. Su FY Linson and Rubik. This marks Rubik's second appearance on this list. this time in the capable hands of Chinese player FY, who has his own stock of highlight reel-worthy plays on the hero. One of the most memorable perhaps was during Game 1 of Vici Gaming against Cloud9 at the International 5, where a stolen supernova turned a critical teamfight around, and FY even managed to disable the fleeing enemy gyrocopter, allowing his teammates to come in for the kill. FY had a long stint on various Vici Gaming squads since his debut into the pro scene in 2012, but is currently playing for LGD.
Wants to go for the kill now on Misery. Managed to stun him up a little bit, slow him down. The dagger's there as well. No tail. They actually managed to get a really good stun. FY jumping forward. He saw Supernova! He's going to be able to pop that one! And Cloud9, they can't actually stop it! Misery's going to go down. He sleeps himself 4 steps away, trying to get some distance desperately, but will not be able to get away from How. And now FY! He is unbelievable! He's slowing down Eternal Envy for the rest of his team! They're going to get to Eternal Envy! No tail goes down first! EE, he's dead as well! The Ice Punch over the top! FY!
Number 7. Amer, Miracle, Albarkawi, and Invoker. Since entering the Tier 1 scene on the strong note with OG at the Frankfurt Major in 2015, becoming the first person to reach 9,000 MMR, and having recently won the International 7 with Team Liquid, Miracle has become Dota 2's golden boy, putting on a show in a huge majority of his games, most notably on the Arsenal Magus Invoker. During the TI6 group stage versus TNC, on Invoker styled on his opponents with a near-perfect wombo combo resulting in a triple kill. TNC would eventually go on to eliminate OG in the playoffs and achieve the biggest upset in TI history. But Miracle's prowess on Invoker, nothing to scoff at 70 total games at 68.57% win rate. This, unfortunately, also means we'll have to put up with a legion of wannabe Miracles picking Invoker in our pubs.
Slaughter pushed himself away with the blink dagger just fast enough. The moon will go down. Tinker's the man to find that kill. Then they're looking for more. Miracle comboing up the big Deafening Blast. The double Deafening Blast. Thunder will save Raven, but it won't save the rest of his team. Fuel Scepter spinning him round. He'll just keep hitting up. Is he ever going to hit the ground right now? The Skydiver Raven.
Number 6. Gustav, S4, Magnusson, and Puck. If S4 got $1 for every time someone asked him if he remembers the $1 million Dream Coil, do you think he'd have earned an extra million by now? With plays from what has lauded as one of the best series in Dota 2 history, S4's Dream Coils from the 5th game of the TI3 Grand Finals that prevented Dendi's Templar Assassin from TPing home to defend their base, has cemented itself as one of the most impactful plays ever pulled off in Dota 2. The climax of the scene's most intense rivalries. S4 has since moved on to OG and to the offlane, and with Puck's place in the meta right now, it seems that his 143 games on Puck will only continue to increase even more.
That could be game. Blinks away. They take the wreck.
All TP. TP quick right now. S4's going to try to cancel as many as possible. He'll cancel 3. My God. Funnick's going to try to TP, but he's going to defend against everybody.
Number 5. Sahil, Universe, Aurora, and Faceless Void. In Universe's long and storied career on the offlane, one hero has stood out for him above all the rest, Faceless Void. With one of the most high-risk, high-reward AoE disables in the game, is a hero just built for highlight reels when played correctly. And in Universe's hands, he has been played the most, with 64 games played and a staggering 81.25% win rate. One of his most memorable plays was from the International 4 versus Vici Gaming, where a beautiful 3-man Chronosphere comboed with a black hole.
Mid, Zai in danger of being caught. There's a Dragon Tail to anybody. BKBs, he can go for a black hole here. The Chrono's on 2, 3 in fact. Universe caught them all. And now RTK, he's brought down. Super's out of the fight. It's 3, 4 dead for Vici. Sylar on the run. Can he TP out? No! EG get them all.
Number 4. Shu, Burning, Gile, and Anti-Mage. Burning was part of the legendary eHome 2010 roster, and his prowess with Anti-Mage has been infamous for about as long as his career. One of China's most respected players and known for hard carrying his team to victory, perhaps one of his most memorable Anti-Mage games was versus Alliance in the International 3. Before Burning's DK faced off with the eventual TI3 winners, Alliance was 14-0 in the groups, undefeated, At this point, the Swedes had not even lost barracks in any of their games. Despite a 4-man wipe from a support Naga's Song of the Siren setup, DK managed to turn things around with a monumental fight at the Roshan pit, eventually leading to DK's high ground push and handing Alliance their first loss of the tournament.
So they have Song to contest this. There's no BKBs on DK. Look for an Aegis snipe here from Alliance. Already the Song to fly. Roshan comes out of the pit, but the big boy's still pretty tanky. Loda prepping to stun. It could hit 3. It could hit 4. It's gonna hit 3. Oh no! S4 trapped though. Burning strikes first. Everyone in the pit's fine. Now Roar and Loda. Beautiful focus fire. DK are winning this fight. Loda now driven back for the time being. Comes through the wall. 3 to fall. DK overrunning Alliance at the pit, and they might just get...
Number 3. Kuro, Kuroki, Salehi Takasomi, and Rubik. Didn't I tell you Rubik was gonna be in this list thrice? Apparently, being a versatile support that doesn't give away much strategy in the opening drafts leads to extremely high pick rates when it comes to the pro scene. The Grand Magus has always been a relevant hero in pro Dota, and perhaps no other player is well known for it than the current international winning captain Kuroki. He's been playing Rubik forever, even before his stint on the much-loved 2013 Navi roster or the seemingly unstoppable early iterations of Team Secret. Despite not being such a prominent pick in their championship run at TI7 this year, Kuroki is still, probably, the first player longtime followers of the pro scene will think about when Rubik is mentioned. Number 2. Daniil Dendi Ishutin and Pudge. Dendi has been the face of Dota 2 since the 2011 Navi roster took home the first international. Action-packed, high-risk plays, and a 3-year long reign of dominance, and a likable personality to match, there are two things that first come to mind when Dendi is mentioned. First, his loyalty to Natus Vincere, the only team he has played for in all of his 7 years of Dota 2, through its golden era and now in its waning years. And second, hours upon hours of highlight reels on Pudge. His most memorable game on the hero has been mentioned earlier, is the Fountain Hook game versus Tongfu at TI3. But Dendi has been landing hooks way earlier than that. He is so famous for playing the hero in fact that there's an actual in-game cosmetic item for Pudge, which is a doll in his likeness. And there was also that time at TI5 where he was actually dressed in a Pudge costume for the All-Star match. With the meta having pulled Pudge out of the mid lane for a long time now, Dendi actually hasn't played his signature hero in a while. That hasn't stopped Pudge from being his most picked hero in pubs by far. And sometimes, unfortunately, we get that one Pudge player on our keep stealing mid, trying to play like it's 2013.
Now Navi though in position. They might try something. Dendi's gonna try it again. Can he? Got him that time! See you in the base move! Welcome home!
Number 1. Henrik Admiral Bulldog Edinburgh and Nature's Prophet. As one of the scene's most well-loved players, and perhaps the most notable player-hero combination of them all, not just because the sheer amount of games he's played on the hero, but because of all the success he's also achieved on it. Admiral Bulldog's Nature's Prophet is iconic. It's even the most prolific player-hero combination in all of Dota 2, racking in 236 total games. Hell, it even spawned its own meme. You're playing against Alliance. You do not ban Furion because you can counter it. Alliance instantly picks Furion, you lose against Alliance, you ban Furion next time you play against Alliance because you're not stupid. Admiral Bulldog's success on the hero has stamped an indelible mark on the 2013 Alliance roster's reputation.
Let's go. Hold the plus damage, holy shit. You guys seeing this? Look at the plus damage. Whoa.
Have we missed any player hero combinations? Let us know. If you have any topic on mind, please do write it down in the comment section below. See you on our next video.